Hello, everybody. My name is Naomi Yeager, and I'm excited to read for you tonight. I've been coming to these open mics for several months, and I haven't come to the last two, but if you've come to these previously, you've heard me read sections from my completed manuscript, And I'm excited to tell you that I've found a publisher. It's Beaver's Pond Press. And they are a Minnesota-based hybrid publisher. And the book will be out in fall of 2025. The section I'm going to read you tonight is Russell Runs for School Board. What you need to know is the last name of this family is Meinhardt, and Russell and Winifred are the husband and wife, or the mother and the father, and Gordon is the oldest child. My mother is Jeanette. She was child number 4. They had 5 kids. Okay, so here we go. In September of 1940, Gordon climbed onto the school bus and went to Slayton High School with anticipation and fear. Gordon had just spent 8 years in grade school in Avoca. So, Gordon had just spent 8 years in the grade school in Avoca. Having their children and all the Avoca children be able to attend high school was a goal for Winifred and Russell. Winifred and Russell felt so strongly about their children getting access to high school that when Gordon was still in 5th grade back in 1936, Russell had run for school board. He had campaigned on a promise to bus Avoca schools to high school. Russell had walked and knocked on every door in town. The Avoca school included 10 grades, and the school building had 4 rooms. If students wanted to graduate from high school, they needed to find their way to Slayton, 6 miles to the north, and I had a picture of that. Anyway, I made a map here. And here's Avoca, and you can see Lime Lake right here. And here's Slayton, and here's Fulda. Slayton is the county seat of Murray County. Here is, is this backwards for you guys? This is a map of Minnesota, and Murray County is right down here, so it's like way down into the southwest. It's almost to Iowa and almost to South Dakota. Anyway, I will continue. So, though Avoca had been started by Irish Catholics, by the 1930s, the town was 2/3 Protestant. Since there were 3 members of the local school board, there was an unwritten rule that the board would consist of 1 Catholic and 2 Protestants. Both members served a 3-year term, which meant that when a Catholic seat came up, no Protestant was to register for that seat, and no one ever did. This system worked very well to keep a sense of balance and harmony. Russell wore a suit and a fedora hat while walking the neighborhoods to campaign for school board. When Russell knocked on a door, he was greeted by a resident who usually knew him by name. Russell usually knew who lived in each house. This town only had 300 people in it. Most people invited him into their entryways or parlors, living rooms or kitchens for a cup of coffee. Though Russell usually drank tea, he would accept the offer and sit down and talk about the Avoca school. He took his fedora hat off and gently held it in his hands, whether standing in their foyer or invited into the house. I'm running for school board, and I believe every child living in Avoca deserves a chance to attend high school. I believe that our community should provide a school bus to and from high school. Many residents were receptive to what Russell had to say. Though I only graduated from 8th grade, he continued, my wife graduated from high school and went on to college. In this day and age, an 8th grade diploma isn't enough for a young man to compete. And a young woman needs even more education to compete. I was able to find a nice job with an 8th grade diploma, but today's youth will need more. I think that the people of Avoca can provide that education for every student. Boys need to have at least a high school diploma. I believe every student, male or female, deserves that chance. They can't do that if they don't have transportation to the school. Russell won the vote for school board and became the board chairman. While he served as chair, the board decided to drop the 9th and 10th grades in Avoca and hire someone with a bus to take Avoca students to another school for grades 9 through 12. The town was evenly split whether they between Slayton and Avoca, because Slayton High School was larger and Slayton was the county seat. Russell decided on Slayton, and his was the deciding vote. This upset those preferring Fulda. Gordon heard them say some harsh things about Russell, but the Meinhardt children never heard their father or mother say a single negative word about pro-Fulda people. It was a big deal for Gordon to be the first of the Meinhardt children to attend Slayton High School. Jeanette, who was in 5th grade, and 2nd grader George were so excited that they took a wagon to meet him after the bus dropped him off, and they used the wagon to carry his books home. Gordon was less excited.